Hello fellow Zed Slayers. Today I wanted to review, in my opinion, one of the best zombie novels. Which I'm talking about is World War Z by Max Brooks, who also authored the Zombie Survival Guide and Recorded Attacks. There's a lot to talk about in this book, and I wanted to cover the main timeline and the story content, how chapter transition helped and hurt the story, and the hyper-realistic storytelling and how the character and the world building reacted to the zombie outbreak. But I want to begin with the timeline that the novel follows, which is done quite differently than other predecessors, in which the book begins with a good amount of time before the full-blown apocalypse and the breakdown of system and order. The novel shows us how infective the zombie virus would be because of the climate and events in this very similar world to ours. The virus would realistically get the strongest and our weakest links, for example, illegal or even legal organ donating or poverty-ridden countries. With no health care, the virus festered in these places and events, which brings me to my next point. And the infection was right under the uninfected's noses, and I think realistically, if a zombie virus was to wage an effective war on mankind, it would need to be assisted by human ignorance and our own disorder between ourselves, which in today's climate would be ripe grounds. And now I want to talk about the chapter transitions in the novel. If you haven't read it, this story, it follows many different sub-stories to form a global platform of which we read interviews from many different people from different places in the world, which I think gives the story an unparalleled feeling of realism and depth, because it sets the reader in the middle of the story at every chapter, and it gives the reader ability to know things before characters do, but doesn't give away how the world of characters will react and deal with the coming situation. The only down or shortcoming I saw from this form of storytelling is that the plot could have been played out more for certain chapters, but was cut short due to chapter restrictions. And but to summarize my review, World War Z is scary, realistic, intriguing, and derivative. The storytelling on each page has something different for any reader. But keeping the story in a state of anticipation and thrills. The only problem is that there isn't a sequel. But yeah, thank you. Have a great Christmas.